Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're going to talk about only things I love. This is a favorites video of only the good things. We don't talk about any of the bad in this video. If you want more in-depth speed reviews where I do talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, those are in the product update videos. This is just talking about the things that I have been really loving, either with my makeup routine, skincare, hair care, lifestyle, and just good things that happened and stuff that makes me happy all around. This is like the happy space where we just talk about all the nice stuff and bring some positivity to our little worlds. I don't know. Anyway, if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. Before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below whatever it is you have been loving lately. It doesn't have to be makeup, hair care, skincare. It can be anything. Just a cool moment, something you're just grateful for, whatever. That's kind of what these videos are all about. A little bit of all the things in one. So yeah, let's go ahead and just dive in. Let's go ahead and start with the makeup because that's my favorite thing and kind of probably why you guys are here too. It's to talk about makeup. So let's start there. First thing I want to talk about is the Hyper Natural palette from Natasha Denona. I know this does not seem like the most exciting palette in the world. It's a little expensive, I hear ya. But you know what? I have gotten so much use out of this palette for my just everyday needing around the door or just need a quick look where I don't have time to sit down and think and do a look. I can just grab this and do something and it works every time. It's one of those foolproof palettes that just can't go wrong on you. There's no fallout from the eyeshadows. They are just beautiful, fun to play with. You can do a multitude of combinations with the shades within. You can do simple one wash of color. You can use the bronzers in multiple ways. You have 3 shades of bronzer, 2 shades of blush, and 5 eyeshadows. And it's just a super versatile palette, especially if you're around my skin tone. It's going to be wonderful for you. And I also think this is a great starter palette if you have a young person in your life that is just getting into makeup, but they're not like real into makeup. Like they're not all on makeup TikTok and all that, but they want something that's easy to use that they can just feel confident and nice using. I think this is a really good treat for them. Say they're a kid that's not into buying like a ton of makeup and all that, and they just need like a nice basic staple palette to go to. This would be fantastic because it's so user-friendly. It's a great learning tool because you can learn how to use blush, bronzer, and experiment with it because you have those little multiple tones in here. And you don't have to worry about their makeup getting too crazy on them before school or something. It's a really good, like, just throw it on before school palette. I think it's wonderful for kids in college, that age, because it's just easy to go to. It's something you could throw in your bag and then amp your look up for nighttime. And it's a really awesome palette if you have a day job and need something that you can throw in your bag and take with you throughout the day to do like touch-ups or whatever. Say if you have to get up super early, go to work, you need to just throw something on. This will get you through. And in the evening, you might have something to do, like maybe you got a date, maybe you're going to get drinks with the girls after work, whatever it is. You can bring this along, amp up your look for evening, and it can just be so functional for travel. Amazing for travel. It's super sturdy, very, very, very sturdy palette. You have a great mirror in here. And again, the beautiful shades that you can get cool tone looks, a little bit more warmer. You can get something really, really sparkly and something a little more satin. The functionality here, this peachy shade, beautiful. You can use this as a blush topper. You can use this as a highlighter. You can do your whole face with this palette, aside from like lips and mascara. Everything else in here is covered, and obviously complexion isn't covered here, but it's such a wonderful multitasking palette that it's just, the functionality of it is phenomenal. I think this is just kind of a winner palette. It has such a beautiful formula on the eyeshadows. One of the formulas is what's in I Need a Nude, the super sparkly wet effect shade. You do have one of those in here, which those are my favorite. I love those so much because they give that wet sheen to the lids. It's kind of just sparkly and elegant and just very red carpet-esque. There's something about this just so beautiful. It's grown-up glitter. You got one of those in here. And then the other 4 shades are like this almost cream-like formula that is a kind of a satin leaning metallic pearl finish, so they can function in the crease and you're not going to have to worry about them emphasizing texture. You can apply them with a fluffy brush, or you can apply them with your finger to get a little bit more opacity from them and build up the sheen and get that little bit more metallic from them. They're very functional. This is also a really beautiful palette formulation-wise for mature skin. I think this is just kind of a crowd pleaser throughout the ages. The only limiting factor really will be these bronzers. Like, they're not going to go super duper deep. This is the deepest you got. But it's still pretty deep and buildable. So there is some versatility there. And she does show on the website it being used on deeper skin tones and that it does work. The eyeshadows and blushes look gorgeous on deeper skin tones. And these shades, the blushes and bronzers, are quite pigmented, but they're such a smooth formula. There's hardly any, like, no kick up whatsoever when you dip your brush in, and you can build the color so well. Like, I have to use a light hand with the blushes and the bronzers in here because they kind of can be pretty pigmented. So yeah, it might be something if you're in store and you have a deeper skin tone, give it a swatch and see, because it might actually would work because of the pigmentation of the shades. But it's something that works really well on my skin tone for sure, that I can speak to. And I just love it. I love the eyeshadow selection in here. I love the peachy pink shade. You have that grayish taupe in here. A really, really deep kind of cool tone, true brown. The sparkle wet effect shade. And just this really pretty neutral, soft brown. That, yeah, it's just a wonderful palette and very fun. I find myself wanting to reach for this way more than I even expected that I would, because it's not only is it just beautiful, it's pleasant to work with. Like, it's one of those palettes that's just enjoyable to use. You don't have to worry about anything ever going wrong. It always works, and it's a foolproof palette. Like, it gives you so much grace. And yeah, it's just a pleasure to use, and I absolutely love it. Next up for makeup is another kind of expensive thing that I fell in love with the Nudegasm palette that Charlotte Tilbury put out a couple of years ago. And I think they re-released the Glowgasm palette, and I had to have it. I had to have this. And you know what? I'm so happy with this purchase. I do have a full review of this as well as the Hypernatural palette, but this is the Glowgasm palette. And this one is wonderful for fair skin. If you are around my skin tone, this is a good palette. This is a good palette. You have a beautiful bronzer in here that can be built up or applied very softly and gently. It is that kind of baked gelée formula, and it has a nice kind of skin-like finish to it. Like, it's not shimmery, but it has a skin-like kind of soft glow within it. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful formula. You do have to use a bit of a rougher type of brush or something a little firmer to pick up product because it is that baked formula, but that also makes it very easy to use, as in you're not going to over apply product. It gives you a little bit of grace there as well, so you're not going to be applying your bronzer and be like, uh-oh, I overdid it. You won't have to worry about that with this. It builds slowly, and that makes it very versatile to me. And the tone is really, really pretty on, like, my skin tone. It works really well. It has that bit of kind of warm, a little bit red in it that works really well on cool undertones. And then you have this gorgeous kind of a blush topper shade right here that has a bit of a duochrome to it. Like, it kind of has a green, golden green shift in it. And then it goes to its base shade is like a really pretty rosy pink. And this is so beautiful on the cheeks and on the lids. And you can apply these damp if you want to, or with a wet brush, and apply them to the lids, and it looks so beautiful. And that is something that is called out, I believe, on the back of the palette, is that you can use these wet if you wanted to. And it really gives such beautiful vibrancy and gorgeous on the lids for that. And you can do your eyes, your whole face with this as well. I think I demoed that in the video. And yeah, I just think the shade's really unique and really pretty. Up here you have a really pretty rose gold, kind of blush topper shade. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love it for warmer makeup looks. And then a really nice light champagne highlighter that is super flattering. It could be built up to be very metallic or applied lightly with and get a really pretty like kind of wet sheen on the cheeks. So you can go super duper glowy with this palette, very adjustable with the glow level, and then of course applying it with the damp brush or whatever on the lids. So pretty, especially with this blush topper shade right here. This I believe this is what called the Blush Pop. It really brings out that dual chrome effect in it where it has a bit of a green flip, and it sounds kind of odd and looks a little like, but it is so pretty. It is so pretty on the face and really flattering. Now, the only limiting factor with this one is, again, the bronzer. The bronzer is not super deep. Yeah, you can get some pigmentation from it, but it is still a light shade. There's not a lot of depth within that shade. So that is definitely going to be a limiting factor for, I think, deeper skin tones. The highlighters, however, in this palette, the Blush Pop and the highlight and the other, what is it called, Multi-Glow shade, are going to be so beautiful on multiple skin tones. Like the other 3 shades within here, oh my goodness, would they be amazing on deeper skin tones. I hate that the bronzer in here is so... I hate that there's only one colorway option with this palette. I wish that Charlotte would have put out maybe a couple of options with this, with like a deeper bronzer and maybe more of a golden highlight or something, but left these 2 shades alone and it could have been amazing. Then I put out the one, so if you are more fair like myself, this is gonna be a beautiful product for you. Next up is the L'Oreal Panorama Mascara. I am thoroughly enjoying this mascara. It is the prettiest, just softest on the lash, great everyday type of mascara. It doesn't go too wild and build up too much chunkiness on the lash, that I feel like it functions really well as one of those mascaras you can wear with nothing else on the face and it not look like too much, but you can also build it to get enough volume and oomph from it that you can make it look a little more amped up. Does that make sense? It's got some versatility there. And what I really enjoy about it is the formula. It is so soft. You can't feel anything on your lashes. Like there's no crunchiness, no chunkiness. It just feels like lashes. It feels like nothing. And it is so pleasant to wear. And it is smudge resistant, flake resistant, and all that stuff. Like, honestly, I haven't gotten any flakes from it at all. And the only time I have experienced smudging is if I haven't set under here. And I squint and do this a lot. And like, that's the only time I've gotten a little bit of transfer is from squinching my face up. Usually because I wore it to the gym. Other than that, this mascara is worn fantastically. And I just love the way it feels. Like it is a unique formula with that. And it holds a curl really well for me. It separates my lashes and like fans them out really nicely. It has a rubber wand, which I'm not usually a fan of, but on this, it just works and it's great. And yeah, a really, really good drugstore mascara. It's a little bit on the more expensive end at the drugstore, but it's really good. Really good. And last thing for beauty, we have the L'Oreal Lip Plumpers. These are not going to be everybody's cup of tea. These are something else. And it's so weird that I love them so much because not everyone is going to like these by any means. They are spicy. And when I say spicy, I mean spicy like these are spicy like you use Tony Chachere's as a lip exfoliant spicy. Like you've been eating crawfish all day spicy. Like just got crab bowl all over your lips spicy. And it sticks around. Or, oh, what's the other thing it makes me think of? Tapatio sauce. There's a local restaurant by my house. They have the spiciest tapatio sauce that I have ever had. And it is delicious. But you will feel the burn for like an hour after you eat it on your lips. These are the exact same feeling. These are actually made with chili powder. or with, yeah, is it chili powder or just chili? I can't remember what it says. Chili pepper, sorry, chili powder. These are infused with chili pepper, and yes, very heavily infused with chili pepper. They also have the Maxi Lip stuff in it. They work. They work. They will plump your lips up. They look beautiful. They feel nice on the lips, but the spice is not going to be for the faint of heart. I'm weird, and I really enjoy the spice from it. I don't know why, but I like it. It's not that minty spice. It is truly like you rub red pepper on your lips. And I don't know why, but I enjoy it. And I really like the formulation of these. I think they last a little bit better on the lips than the original lifter glosses do. But I have the shade Hot Honey, which is clearly my go-to right there. If you can see how much I've used of this. But it's just really pretty honey shade with a kind of gold pink shift within it. And then I have the shade Chili, or Hot Chili, which is truly like a hot chili color. And that's what I got on the lips today. We can put a little bit more on. And this one has good opacity to it. I really like that. It's got decent pigmentation. But yeah, I love them. I think these are awesome. If you don't mind a very spicy sensation on the lips and want a good lip plumper, these are where it's at for me. I thoroughly enjoy them. And I think the shades are so pretty that it comes in. It comes in some pretty shades. I've got two things for skincare that I've just been over the moon with. First is the Peter Thomas Roth Ultimate 5 Solution Multitasking Eye Cream that smooths, depuffs, firms, brightens, and moisturizes. This is great. This is great for like everyday before makeup skin prep type of eye cream because it's not super thick and heavy and greasy. It sinks right in, goes to work, does what you need it to do, but it doesn't leave like a greasiness that's gonna interrupt your concealer or anything like that and cause creasiness down the road. Wears very well on the under eye, and I think it's very effective, nice, very nice eye cream. Thoroughly enjoy it. It's great. I've used so much of it. And it takes me a while to get through an eye cream. I'm tearing through this one because I use it every day. Next is the Shiseido Vital Perfection Lifting and Firming Advanced Cream with Renewal Red technology. This cream is so nice. This is such a wonderful luxury experience to use. It's a luxury product. It is pretty expensive. Girl, if you want to treat yourself, this is the skincare to treat yourself to. Packaging, beautiful. This cream just feels so luxe and so heavenly. I like it better than the La Mer creams I've tried. It's the smell alone, the fragrance that they put in this smells like a perfume. It's very fragranced. It smells like this beautiful floral perfume. Like I want this in a perfume. I could sniff it all day. It's something about it is a little bit nostalgic and just it smells expensive. I love the way it smells. And the cream itself, feels very rich and silky, and then it soaks into the skin so well that it wears beautifully under makeup. It's not a super hydrating cream. It is meant to do the uplifting and all the other things and the firming. It has a ton of ingredients, and it is great for mature skin. I think, especially if you're someone who leans a little bit oily on the mature side, which isn't catered to very often, this is going to be really nice. And it's one of those creams that function really well as skin prep before makeup because it's not super duper greasy on the skin. It really soaks in and leaves just this nice silky finish. And I do think it works. I think it's effective. And I think it makes the skin look beautiful. Just right after first use, it gives a little bit of that smoothing kind of look. I do believe it has dimethicone in it, and that's what's giving that look. You know, I've spoke about in my skin prep video, there's some moisturizers that I think function beautifully for skin prep in almost a priming fashion, like Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base, which is meant to operate as a primer as well as moisturizer. The Lawless Forget the Filler. This goes right to that category, something that really preps the skin well for makeup, and it's just such a luxury experience to use. It's a pleasure to use. Like, it is one of the most satisfying creams that I've ever tried. It feels so nice going on. I should do a whole video about products that are just satisfying to use. Let's talk about some hair. I have 3 things for hair. First is the Living Proof Clarifying Detox Shampoo. I've been using this as my reset wash shampoo once a month, maybe once or twice a month, probably twice a month. I do a reset wash where, you know, you just feel like you got a lot of product build up in your hair. Maybe your scalp's a little extra dirty, especially since I've been going to the gym, working out, I get sweaty. I feel like I kind of got to do like the reset wash a little more often than I used to. And this is such a deep cleaning, wonderful shampoo. Like, it makes your hair feel clean. It will make it feel a little dry, not the worst. So I do recommend following this up with a very moisturizing conditioner and or mask. But this is one of the best clarifying type shampoos I've tried. I am such a fan of Living Proof these days. They've been knocking it out of the park for me, and I'm loving it. But yeah, this one is a non-stripping shampoo that is designed to deeply cleanse, remove buildup from product, pollution, and hard water. Yes, I need all those things. And is a cream to lather formula that clarifies, resetting the hair to a blank slate for optimal hair treatment and effectiveness. It is color safe, silicone free, sulfate free, no SLS, no SLES. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to the ingredients of shampoos. It does have sodium lauryl methyl in it is the second ingredient behind water. I do believe there's charcoal in this because it looks like it does. Yeah, it has charcoal powder within it. But I'm not a chemist. I don't understand hair product ingredients. Skincare is one thing. Like, I can wrap my head around those, but when it comes to like shampoos and all that, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I just know this works and I really like it. And it doesn't make my hair feel overly dry after I wash my hair with it, but it feels so clean and does such a good job. A little bit goes a long way. It does have that kind of, you know, charcoal look to it. Very nice Living Proof fragrance. Living Proof stuff has this very soft fragrance to it. It's not an overpowering scent by any means, and it's just pleasant and nice. So yeah, all their stuff has that smell, and I really like that scent. The only thing I don't like from Living Proof was their dry shampoo. I didn't like the way it smelled. But yeah, this is good stuff. I'm really enjoying it. And this is going to last me forever because I've been alternating it with another clarifying treatment that I've been experimenting with. So yeah, and such a little bit goes a long way. It's good stuff. Really good stuff there. And I also have fallen in love with the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Shampoo and Conditioner. This is one of the most potent shampoo and conditioners I've ever tried. Like, I mean, the tiniest bit is all I need of either or product, and it works so well. Again, very cleansing, but in a very non-drying way. The shampoo feels like it's cleansing really well without being drying at all. It is so good. The tiniest amount. It goes such a long way. I really like this. And yeah, this one is sodium lauryl sulfate in it. And again, I don't know much about these ingredients as far as like surfactants go. I think this is a wonderful shampoo for thin, fine hair. It definitely helps thicken the hair up a bit. It works, and it claims to uplift and amplify hair for instant fullness. It is also color safe. I think it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. So very potent. Again, this is something that's going to last a long time. This is the smaller size bottle. You can get a big boy bottle of this. But I've been using this for like 2 or 3 months now. Admittedly, I cycle through some different shampoos and conditioners often because I do try out a lot of hair care. But look how little I've used, and I was reaching for this for quite a bit, pretty frequently, but you only need such a small amount, and it just lathers up so beautifully without making my hair feel dry at all. And really nice, very hair salon professional fragrance here. It smells like going to the hair salon. Love that. And what's really cool is the conditioner. Again, super potent. Only need a tiny amount. I don't know what magic is in this conditioner, but it is same claims as the shampoo. Uplifts, amplifies hair for instant fullness with strand plumping technology. Again, it's also color safe. I did not think this would do very well in my hair because I have wavy curly hair, more on the wavy side, but it's also kind of dry. It's hair that needs a little, it's got some bleach damage. It's a little coarse, it's a little dry, but it's also very fine and thin. It's hard to please, this hair. So I usually need a little bit of a heavier conditioner to be able to detangle my hair, to give me enough slip, and to moisturize it enough. Because it is, particularly from like, you know, towards the end, it gets quite dry. This works amazing. Tangles literally just melt right out. I can detangle my hair so easily with this. And my hair is so nice and so full. It doesn't feel weighed down, but it feels properly hydrated at the same time. It's one of those magical conditioners that even if I didn't repurchase the shampoo or purchase the shampoo, I would repurchase the conditioner just for that alone, because I think the conditioner is really special. I couldn't believe how effective it was. When I first put it in my hair, I thought there's no way, it's too thin. It's not going to do anything. And I was ready to be disappointed. As I started to massage at my hair, the slip was incredible. And just all the knots and everything just kind of melted away. My hair gets super tangled, like super tangled, where I can't get a brush through it. I have the kind of hair that when you just put conditioner in it and wet it down to detangle it sometimes, it gets that bad. It literally just melted all the tangles and everything out, and I was able to detangle it in no time. And it worked really well on my hair texture, gave me nice fullness and volume and enough moisture at the same time. These are good products. Yeah, if you're wavy curly with thin fine hair, try these. They're good. They're really good. I didn't know I could be so passionate about shampoo and conditioner, but apparently I can. Conditioner, yeah, but to be impressed by shampoo, that's something else. All right, and I have a body wash that I want to talk about. This is the Old Spice Gentleman's Blend. I'm a fan of the Gentleman's Blend line. The Gentleman's line, or whatever it's called. This is the Old Spice Gentleman's Super Hydration Moisturizing Body Wash with B3. It gives 24/7 renewing moisture and skin conditioners. It has notes of vanilla and shea butter. This is so moisturizing, so nice on the skin. Look, I've gotten to the point where I'm buying one of these for me and one for my husband. We don't even want to share them anymore. We want our own because we like them so much. Like, I have one of these in the bath. We got one in the shower. The moisturization from this is phenomenal. The fragrance, oh, it is this warm, toasty vanilla with the notes, you know, with the shea butter notes in there, that kind of nutty fragrance. It's almost edible smelling. I love it. It reminds me of something that I think Venus and Olay used to have. Olay still may make this. They had this shea vanilla swirly body wash just like this that was meant to also like shave your legs with. And I haven't seen it in years on the shelf. The Venus one anyway. Olay still may make something. Well, yeah, Olay does make the moisture ribbon stuff that is basically the same thing as this. And I know at one point they had a vanilla shea butter one that smelled like this. But something about this one, it smells just a little better. And I feel like you get a generous amount of product in here also. It doesn't smell masculine at all. It just smells like vanilla and shea butter, warm, toasty scent. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it really does do great for hydrating the skin. So my husband deals with like dry skin on his body. And since he's been using this, he's gone through, I think, 1.5 bottles already of this. His skin is so soft, so soft. And he is somebody you cannot get to put on lotion. Like, he's just not. But if he can use a body wash that's going to moisturize and actually work, he's here for it. And he's been raving about it. He's like, I feel my skin feels so soft. I love this. And yeah, I'm like, we've been fighting over it. So I bought multiples so we could have it bathtub and shower because it's that good. We both love it so much. And it's just such a lovely, pleasant fragrance that's not overpowering or anything like that. It's very unisex, generic kind of fragrance, but it's really nice. And I don't know what it is about this one though, but it is just absolutely so hydrating. I don't think the Olay ones were this hydrating. This is a really good body wash, you guys. Like, seriously, if you're wanting to try something new in the body wash department and need something moisturizing, try this. Try this one. Next thing I want to mention is creating more content. I have enjoyed so much posting 5 days a week. I did not think I would enjoy it. I thought I would be burnt out, overwhelmed, too much. No, I'm enjoying it so much. Sitting down, filming nearly every day, editing a video every day. I love it. And I do work ahead of time. I'm usually about at least 2 weeks out in content that I have kind of in a pipeline getting uploaded. So I do have a little bit of a grace period where I can take days if I need to step away. So I made sure to kind of give myself that head start that I could do that. But I've just enjoyed content creation so much more. I don't know what it is. I've got a little fire lit in me for it. I'm enjoying creating short form more often. And yeah, I'm having a great time creating more content. So I just wanted to mention that as well because it's fun. It is so much fun for me to do this. I love sitting here talking to a camera and then editing videos. It makes me feel a little more productive in life, and I don't know, just I find it very rewarding to do. I don't know why, but I'm really enjoying amping up the content creation. So yeah. And the 2 last things I want to talk about is having a full smile again. If you've been here a while, you probably noticed I had a huge gap over here. I was missing a tooth in kind of towards the front and just had some dental issues going on there. And I finally got that addressed. And yeah, so I now have a full row of teeth, full front row of teeth. You don't know, it's been almost, oh goodness, it's probably been close to 20 years that I've had that gap there. And it's bothered me ever since. And I just was never in a place where I could do anything about it. And really, I should be thanking my husband for this, because he's the one that made it possible for me to get anything fixed with the dental stuff, because without him I wouldn't have the insurance and the opportunity to do any of this. And yeah, it's something I never thought I would have, is a pretty smile. That was always the thing I was the most self-conscious about. It was always a source of physical pain and mental pain. And just to be able to smile again and look in the mirror and not be self-conscious, I didn't realize how different that would make me feel. And yeah, it was a little painful. It wasn't a fun process. To start at the beginning here, I have had this whole front row all the way to the side back redone with root canals and crowns. Not all of them are root canaled, but crowns, not veneers, full on crowns, permanent, they're in their teeth. Grind my teeth really bad. I had broken them. They were super crooked. There was a lot of issues going on, and didn't have that many options. So this is what we went with. So anyways, I had gotten half of it done, and it was this one part that needed to get finished. And I was finally able to do that. And yeah, I didn't know how happy it would make me just having a tooth there. So now this whole side is now completely crowned with a bridge in the middle to create the full side. And yeah, it was a painful process. I'm gonna be real with you. It didn't feel good. Gums are still healing a little bit. Spicy food is still a little, it burns a bit. Had a few complications along the way, of course. But here we are. Nothing is easy when it comes to dental work. But I'm just very thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. And it was not something that I ever thought I would be able to fix. And yeah, I have a whole, well, I don't know, whole list of other stuff the dentist wants to do to me. But I'm going to take me a little break for mental and time to heal, because it is kind of a lot having dental work done. Something, especially something like this, is kind of big, where you're having 2 teeth worked on, and there's a lot of pain involved. I had this bridge, then 2 crowns and a crown down here. I'm on a little break from the dentist at the moment, but I just want to mention that because in a favorites video, because it's something that has brought me so much joy to have done and have it finished looking, and the confidence and just, I don't know, I didn't realize how self-conscious I was and how much I didn't smile because of that. And now I feel kind of a weird kind of freeness with it. And if you watched some of my vlogs recently, in the last couple of months, you've heard me complain about mouth pain a lot, because it was a painful process, but I'm on the other end of it, and I'm very, very happy, very happy that it got done. And yeah, I feel kind of complete in a way. I don't know. And I know that seems a little trivial. It's silly, like I'm just talking about like a cosmetic thing, but it more than cosmetic. It was, I can eat again. I can chew food. That previously was a little bit harder to do. And you know how it is when you got dental issues. It kind of can ruin a lot of aspects of your life with eating, drinking, just you have pain, jaw pain, this and that at TMJ. So getting things kind of fixed really does improve your quality of life all around. So it's not just a cosmetic thing. It's more of just a quality of life improvement. And yeah, it goes beyond just yeah, I can smile again. But that is a really nice part of it that I didn't do for a long time. I was very much always hiding my teeth, or trying to hide my teeth when I would make videos. Trying to hide that I had a huge, huge gap there. Anyway, there's that. And lastly, I want to talk about getting some new glasses and going to the eye doctor and being happy to report that I do not have glaucoma. We had a little bit of a scare there with that, with the optometrist basically acting like I was going blind and sending me to the ophthalmologist. Going to the ophthalmologist that I've been to multiple times and being like, they're like, yeah, no, you don't have glaucoma. You just have a congenital deformity in your optic nerve, and sometimes your eye pressure is a little high. We're not worried about it. Anyway, thankful that I don't have glaucoma, because it scares me every time I have to get checked for it, and I do have to get checked pretty regularly. That's not something new that I have. It's not a new development that I have to get checked for that. Yeah, this time it was a little bit more concerning than times before, but it turns out everything's okay. I'm just getting older and just need a stronger prescription. So getting new glasses has been really nice. And being able to see again. I had not updated my prescription maybe for like 3 years, 4 years. Oh, no. I didn't update my prescription since 2019. Yep. Yeah, that's right. So it was quite out of date, and I had some vision loss for sure within that time. And yeah, needed a new prescription. So I'm very, again, thankful that I was able to get a new prescription and be able to go to the eye doctor and do all these things that need to get done, go to the ophthalmologist and get the tests and treatment that I would need. But I got new eyes. I got new glasses here, and I'm so tickled with them. I think they're so cute, for one thing. I feel like me in them. I can see so good now. I did not realize how bad my vision had gotten. And yeah, it's so nice to be able to really see. And yeah, I can like see every little detail now. Like, oh no, I've seen too much. But yeah, it's another thing that's really nice to be able to not only smile again, but to be able to see again. So I just had to throw it in there that I'm very, very thankful that I do not have glaucoma currently. And I am going to be monitored for that, which has been my whole life of being monitored for that. However, I'm glad to have a updated prescription and be able to see what I'm doing again and read things and see detail of stuff. Just did not realize how bad it had gotten. So yeah, happy to have new glasses, some new teeth. Awesome, awesome things there. And just all around very grateful and thankful that those things could be addressed. I know I fuss in my vlogs about stuff and like, this sucks, no. I'm just a gripey person, but it doesn't mean I'm an ungrateful person. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know down below if there's anything that you have been loving lately that has made you happy. Is there a book, a movie, a TV show that you've been enjoying? Just something that you're grateful for, whatever it is. Let me know down below. Have you got some new makeup you're really liking? Also, let me know. Let me in on that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.